What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk to you about Warhammer 40K and the state of things to come. So, previously in the Warhammer community articles, we saw basically a lot of previews as to what's going to be within the pages of Codex Necrons, as well as the Space Marine Codex for 9th edition. And there is a lot of things to kind of take into consideration for 9th edition games. So first of all, Space Marines, as we all know, they're the favorites. They're strong, they're powerful, they're pretty much good at everything, so we all knew that. They get the most kits, they get the most love. Space Marines are going to be a force to be reckoned with in 9th edition. No surprise there. But with the unveiling of the Necron Catan, the Necron Monolith, the Silent King, the Destroyers, the Necrons are going to be also a pretty devastating force. Now, first and foremost, look at the Catan. The Void Dragon is a beast. Strength 9 in shooting and melee. He has access to powers of the Catan, I'm pretty sure. And that Necrodermis ability that does not let him take more than 3 wounds per phase is really, really powerful. On one hand, this is good because this is a huge threat for when you're going up against Space Marine lists. Obviously, Space Marines are the army to beat in 9th edition, so this is kind of help level out the playing field. On top of that, the Silent King is a monster. He's got those freaking menhirs that do, what is it, a strength 12 shot. On top of that, he's got a crazy amount of wounds. So it's able to tank and dish out damage. Same with the Monolith. So these are 3 units that are pretty powerful in the right hands and just outright for the Necron players. Now the thing about Necrons too is, will all Catan get this Necrodermis ability? If so, then we are definitely going to be seeing Catan spam lists, and that might be a little overpowering. Overpowered, yes, but is it a necessary evil to combat the Space Marines? I don't think so. Because if the power creep just keeps going up and up and up, it's gonna suck for whoever's codex is the last one to be released this edition. I know for a fact that the Eldari aren't looking too good competitive-wise. They've got really old kits. Whenever it's like, whenever the Eldari get a release, it's just like old kits coming up to the new shiny versions of themselves. If it's a new character or a new model, they're not as great as like the Space Marines, I've noticed. We literally had the revival of a freaking god, the Incarn, and if you look at him closely, he's not that great of a threat in my opinion. Now I know they're very mobile, they've got a slew of psychic powers, but that's pretty much all they have going for themselves. If you take out the synergy between the Eldar, then you've pretty much won the game. 9th edition is a game of taking objectives and holding them, and I know the Eldar, like I said, they've got Vipers and jet bikes and whatnot, and they can take objectives, but I don't think they could hold them very long since most of their toughness is only 3. So it's an uphill battle for sure against Space Marines. And now if you're playing against a Necron player, which because of the Indomitus box set, a lot of people are starting Necrons. It's probably the easiest way to get a really powerful force is by getting the Indomitus box set, and you've already got Primaris Marines on the other half. So you're going to be seeing these 2 armies a lot more this edition. However, I don't know, I'm just concerned. I'm concerned that the power creep is just going up and up and up, and some armies, they can't compete. Just plain and simple. Like, they need a complete revamp to the rules, and they need just better units. Yeah, this is just my early thoughts, my early inklings as to what's to come. But do you guys feel that 40K is just getting crazier and crazier as the years go on? Because if you look at it, back in the day, it was always the newest codex was always the best, um, and I think we're seeing this again. But again, I don't know. Am I just reading a little too deep into things? Is it all blasphemy? Let me know your thoughts below. But it's I don't know. Seeing the Catan stats, and maybe it's just because it's the Space Marines, obviously, and the Necrons have their new Catan and Silent King coming up. Maybe that's why they're doing so well. I don't know. Maybe these are just going to be the two armies to beat this edition. But let me know your thoughts below. And yeah, that's all I had for this short video, guys. Can't wait to read your responses. This has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Peace.